Welcome. I am Collins Trott, Child Development Faculty on the Wallace Community College Dothan campus. In this episode, we are going to be learning about what is family involvement. When the term parent or family involvement is used, different individuals may think of very different activities and characteristics that define the involvement of families in schools. There is no standard requirement or philosophy that can be applied to working with families. In this episode, we will explore the various motivations that impel schools to bring families into the educational process for their children, as well as the models of programs that you might find defined as family involvement. So join me, Ms. Trott, as we learn all about what is family involvement. Parent involvement is an all-purpose term used to describe all manner of family-school interaction. Policy making, parent education, fundraising, volunteering time, and even the simple exchange of information of various sorts with the staff. There is no single model of family involvement. Schools have chosen to address the issue of engaging families in a variety of ways, ranging from a low level to a high level of involvement. Schools with a low level of family engagement allow parents to take part in activities that do not challenge the expertise of the teacher or the decision-making powers of the school. Such activities as newsletters, parent meetings, or individual parent conferences tend to keep families at a distance, learning secondhand about their children's life at school. Schools with high levels of family involvement provide opportunities for families to make their presence known, particularly in the educational setting by parent visits, observations, or parent volunteer assistance of many kinds. Here, parents are perceived as a source of help. The highest level of family involvement occurs in schools that believe teachers and parents have expertise, and that the families and the school both have decision-making rights. Communicating via many channels, parents have the power to make decisions concerning the education of their children. Researcher Joyce Epstein suggests that the ideal family involvement is more family-like schools and more school-like families, and therefore identifies 6 types of family involvement with successful programs incorporating all 6. Many schools are now following this model. This includes parenting, communicating, volunteering, learning at home, decision-making, and collaborating with the community. Just as there is more than one philosophy and model of parent involvement, there is also more than one set of circumstances that motivate involvement. At least 3 separate forces have brought home and school together. One motivator for family involvement has been the research on education and child development that underscores the interdependence of parent, child, and schools and other community agencies in providing for optimal development of children. Examples of this include the research on cognitive and social development related to parental interaction and style, and involvement with educational systems, especially the intervention programs. A second set of motives is through force of mandate by various laws and funding arrangements that parents play a part in the education of their children. Models of mandated parental involvement programs include Head Start, Title I, and Chapter 1 funding, the Education for All Handicapped Children Act and amendments, and now reauthorized as the Individuals with Disability Act and No Child Left Behind. Other mandates are given by National Association for the Education of Young Children, also known as NAEYC. There are also recommendations of other professional organizations as well. A third influence is community concern and efforts encouraging parental involvement as a means of improving the schools and strengthening the family, thus eliminating some problems of concern to the community. Examples here include the collaborative approaches to family support and education that have developed nationwide. All these motivations suggest larger issues than bake cookies and go on field trips approach to working with parents. Studies suggest that the early years are of utmost importance in setting learning patterns for children and families. More recent brain research emphasizes the crucial importance of the early years in providing stimulation that plays a crucial role in developing the brain after birth. It is almost impossible to overemphasize the importance of parenting in relation to learning language and early literacy and other foundations for later learning. Educational intervention programs are deliberately designed to improve children's first learning experiences and opportunities by stimulating changes within key elements of their early learning environments, including changes in parental behavior. Those who design programs for young children and families often act on the behalf of the intervention direction at parents is as necessary as intervention directed at the child. Many programs give parents knowledge about child development, techniques for interacting with their children, advice on health and nutrition, and such self-improvement options as assistance with employment, education, or housing. Examples of successful intervention programs with family involvement include Head Start, Perry Preschool Project, and the Carolina Abecedarian Project. Numerous studies also indicate that additional factors related to later school success may be indirectly influenced by parents' involvement in their children's programs. A parental expectation for children's educational attainment and parent participation in school activities has the most consistent influence on the children's educational outcomes. Children whose parents are involved have more positive attitudes about school, improved attendance, and better homework habits than do children whose parents are less involved. Research that suggests benefits to the development of children and their parents, including enhancing parental self-esteem from parental involvement, offers powerful motivation to many programs to work towards parental participation. School systems and government agencies believe so strongly in the importance of involving families in their children's education that they develop policies and strategies to facilitate that involvement. One important finding is that family involvement is more likely to occur when schools are committed to it. The changing demographics of American society that have created changes in the life of families have focused attention on parents' needs. Families who today may be more isolated, more stressed, and perhaps poorer than ever before need all the help they can get. As communities count the cost of inadequate parenting and family stress in the number of teenage pregnancies, school dropout rates, drug addiction, and other illnesses, crime rates, and other antisocial disruptions, there is powerful motivation for schools, social agencies, legislators, businesses, and other concerned community members and organizations to mobilize and combine efforts for family support. Schools are concerned about the lack of quality preparation for children prior to entering formal education, and they recognize that schools and communities cannot do it alone. The focus is not on intervention as a means of solving a deficit problem, but as a developmental service needed by all families, regardless of socioeconomic or cultural background, to support them to optimize functioning, particularly at key points in the family life cycle when stress, crisis, and changes are the norm. The approach is prevention, not treatment. Not all families need exactly the same kinds of support, but all families need support. So family resources and support programs are individualized, flexible, and adaptive. Collaborative efforts between community agencies offering health, welfare, social services, and education meet the family's comprehensive needs. Strengthening Families is a program to build research-based protective factors into early childhood systems, building on family strengths and not focusing on their weaknesses. There are 5 protective factors, including parental resilience, social connections, knowledge of parenting and child development, concrete support in times of need, social and emotional competence of children, and healthy parent-child relationships. During this course, you will be completing detailed training on the specifics of each protective factor so that you can bring that knowledge into the early childhood setting that you will be working. Support for families as extended family just may be the newest role for educational institutions to incorporate. Empowering parents keeps the focus of family power within the family, where it needs to be. As communities focus attention and collaborative efforts to support the family through various programs, the momentum will develop for schools to become increasingly responsive to the needs of families and inclusive of their strengths and resources. Now let's review what we've learned. An understanding of family involvement has evolved through the various philosophies and historical traditions in preschool and elementary education. Currently, there are 3 main reasons to consider ways to involve families in their children's care and education. Research on family involvement as an optimal factor in child development and learning, family engagement in schools, and patterns of communication with their children all correlate with positive results, and mandates from government and professional agencies and associations, such as recent legislation and accreditation standards. Community concern and collaboration for family support programs. The need for strong families has caused communities to create agencies on the state and local level to support parents and their children in many ways. That wraps us up for this episode. You can learn more about this topic by reviewing all of the resources posted in your course. As always, if you have any questions, please contact me or your instructor. Thanks for joining me, Miss Trott, as we learned all about what is family involvement. See you next time.